We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Konichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Oh, yo, what's good? It's your boy Prize Fighter. You already know, representing BVO and the BVO family. I got my boy BVO coming in a second, We just in here gonna kick it, man, trying to get myself together and get still. Salute the ace in the chat, you already know. Smash the like button when you come in. You know what I mean? We're gonna get the fellas a couple seconds to let the people come in here so we can go ahead and run the show for y'all, man. Other than that, man, what's up? What's up with everybody? Got one more day left. Now then we got the weekend, so let's get it cracking, man. It's more. I'm trying to get myself situated. I'm not all the way situated. Hold on. Y'all seen it. Devin Haney, Tank Davis, people gonna be talking crazy about that anyway. Well, what up, Tommy? What's good? Thanks. Appreciate you stepping in. Appreciate it. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Real rap. Waiting for BVO come in. He'll be there now. Yo, see, you know what? See, that's that Tim Layton in the building. What's good? Even though you got that nasty work, Dallas logo, that's crazy work. Crazy work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do better than that, bro. You got that nasty work uh logo, dog. Hey yo, see, I'm out to snap, bro. Hey, quit playing with my name, dog. No, I'm not
Yo,
laughing right now. I'm not laughing right now, bro. Stop doing that. That
yo,
shit is
salute,
corny,
salute,
bro.
salute. It's your boy BBO Boxing, man, the Asiatic black man. Sent by God himself, man. We in the house with my brother Prize, man. What's going on, y'all? We got a lot to talk about. So I'm running a little bit behind, but we got a lot to talk about. You got, Arthur Beterbiev. I'm starting to think he might be up there with Saad Muhammad, Roy Jones. I think he might be one of the greatest light heavyweights to ever do it. And I think when he beats Bivol, I think this will solidify him as the greatest light heavyweight. So it's gonna be great for him. And I think the thing that's really missing in boxing is we haven't really had a guy as dominant as him in a long, long time. And I'll say this. I'm excited about him because I think that he really has bought in his short time to the light heavyweight division, he has really bought something that's been missing in boxing, and that's fear. You see guys are terrified of him in ways that we haven't seen in a long, long time. And I think Arthur Beterbiev really has the chance to be a special fighter. And he's people say he's at the end of his career, but man, 100% knockout rating. I think I think he really has shown you in his short time that he is probably the greatest light heavyweight of all time. So I'm real
What?
excited about him. What?
He ain't that. He based off of what?
Based off of how he dominated, we never seen
He
anybody
ain't
dominate
the
division this way.
greatest light heavyweight. He ain't greater than B Hop. He ain't greater than Roy at light
He stops
heavyweight.
B Hop and he stops Roy at
Man, you
175.
tripping. We have to beat that boy up, man.
I mean, I could see where you get that idea, but I'll just say this, man. The dude is really a special fighter, and I think truly, truly, when he's gone, people are going to miss him because he really shown that you
Yo,
know
stop. Change my name, bro. Cause I'm about to snap on live
Hey,
air
you
for real,
tripping? You
for real. I'm
tripping,
about to
man? You
snap.
tripping, man?
I'm not. I ain't
Truth
tripping.
about
Change.
that matters. Calvin
Nah,
said,
fuck all that. Change my
he
name.
got to bust Bivol up. This is a
Nah,
fight for the
change my shit right
hardcores
now,
for
my
real.
nigga.
This is definitely a fight for the hardcores, and all of us that have loved this sport. I mean, we just are over the moon about this, man, because we really get an opportunity to really see two guys in their prime go at it that we wanted to see fight. And I'm telling you, the thing that people are really, really missing is that Bivol is not a sorry fighter, but Bivol has shown me that he can lose and he can get beat up bad. So I'm excited about that, and I just want to see the fight. I haven't been so excited about a fight like this in so long. But I'm really, really excited because I think Arthur Beterbiev has shown that he is an all-time great. We're gonna mention him with Muhammad, Sugar Ray Leonard, um, Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr., Rocky Marciano, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. We're gonna mention him with the greats. So I'm definitely excited about what we're gonna see this weekend because Beterbiev and they got the nerve to make him the underdog. I mean, he's gonna bust this dude up. I'm telling you, he's gonna bust Bivol up. What's going on, Puerto Rican Free? You in the house? What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, we just talking about Arthur Beterbiev, man, and he just, I'm telling you, man, I think he might be the greatest light heavyweight to ever do it, man, because I
Yeah.
don't think nobody
Cat.
can beat him.
Uh, um, I'm inclined to agree with you. You got to look at what he did in the division, and he's been in the division his entire career. He got 20 fights, 20 knockouts. The one thing that you can never say is he hasn't fought nobody. He's fought everybody there was to fight at light heavyweight. The one last person that is to fight, he's about to fight him. So I gotta somewhat agree with you. I heard Pride saying no, he's not better than Roy, he's not better than Bernard. None of those guys was considered a light heavyweight. They came from a smaller division. They fought there for a few years, and then they moved on. So I'm not considering them as actual light heavyweights. They fought there, yeah. Roy didn't spend a long time at light heavyweight. He fought there, and he came back down and he lost, and then he was never the same. Bernard Hopkins, he fought there for a couple of years. He got that light heavyweight. The one thing you can't say so far is Arthur never got beat. He stopped everybody that he's fought. I don't care if they was a better boxer than him. I don't care if you believe they might hit harder than him or whatever you might believe that they was prior to him getting in the ring with him. He stopped them all. So I have to somewhat agree with you.
And you know what? I see what you're saying, Tommy, about Archie Moore. Archie Moore was really a heavyweight. I know we can count him as a light heavyweight, but that's just because the divisions were different back then. I would say that Archie Moore, in my opinion, is remembered for more being a heavyweight than he is a light heavyweight. Because if we count him as a light heavyweight, we would say, of course, the man with the most knockouts in boxing history would be the best lightweight. But I consider him just like Sam Lanford. Them guys are what you would call tweeners, but those guys I would put as heavyweights. I wouldn't put those guys as anything but that. But Arthur Beterbiev has just been a terrific fighter. I really can't say enough about him. I mean, I think he's been everything we wish a lot of guys could have been. We wish that we would have seen Roy reign at 175. I thought Roy had no business at heavyweight. I mean, he won a title there, but I think it was against John Ruiz, but that wasn't really, to me, all that like what he should have been doing. I thought he should have stayed at light heavyweight, but I don't know. I was hoping that Jamal Charlo would come to light heavyweight at some point, but just talking about Arthur in general, man, he really got a lot going for him. A few months ago, my brother Puerto Rican Tommy got to interview his coach, and his coach said the man doesn't even watch boxing. So this is a man who's so focused on his life and getting better that he don't even watch the sport that he's in. So let me not get started about how great that is and how wonderful it is to see. He said Beterbiev beat up boxing tomato cans like Tank does. Um, I would agree with you, Bentley, about Tank fighting tomato cans, but I can't say that about Beterbiev because Joe Smith's not a tomato can. Caleb Smith was on a roll. He's not a tomato can. That's just you just putting a little theatrics with that. But there's no way that you could ever say that Arthur Beterbiev fought tomato can. He fought everybody that was in front of him.
That's what I'm about to say. Who is it at light heavyweight that you wanted him to fight? He fought every single person was to fight. Anybody that was anybody at light heavyweight, he's fought them and knocked them out or stopped. There was nobody that he hasn't fought. So yeah, of course he fought a couple of tomato cans because he fought everybody else. He had to fight who was there. He never fought at another weight division.
Yeah, he said, yo, I have a question. Why don't Bud call out Fundora or Tim? Bud is not gonna get that fight. Bud did really horrible business with PBC, and I highly doubt you'll ever see him fight a PBC fighter again. I don't think he will. The way he screwed over Errol Spence, when Errol Spence, pretty much gave up his A side to make that fight happen, you'll probably never see. I think they'll drop belts before they give him an opportunity because he really pulled his pants down and defecated on PBC in a way that we never seen before. Instead of sitting him in at 168. At the end of the day, Terrence Crawford is a clout chaser. Um, he's beat some great guys. I'm not gonna discount Julius Ndungu or Errol Spence. These guys are solid. but he still hasn't really beaten any Hall of Famers. And that's the thing. He really just beat who was in front of him. A guy like Canelo probably would break Terrence's neck, so I don't know why he would want to even risk that. Because Canelo don't play, man. Canelo go in there and bust you up. I mean, everybody getting on Canelo about beating ham and cheese, Berlanga, but you can only fight who's in front of you. And I guarantee you, later on in life, people are going to say that Berlanga and Jaime Uguia fights were like terrific. What you think about this, Prize? You've been kind of quiet today.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I ain't gonna call Bud a clout chaser. I'm not gonna do that. He did beat who he was supposed to beat. He got that one good legacy fight with Earl. But I really don't want to see him at super middleweight because even at 54 you can tell the difference. Imagine was pretty sharp. I ain't gonna lie, but for real, I just rather not. I'd rather see him just compete at 54. I don't mind them names either that you threw out. Fondora, Tim Zoo. Those are decent. I'm cool if he went out like that. You know what I mean? But he wants to go and fight Canelo. I'm going to support him, but I don't really like it. Can he beat him? Probably. But does he beat him? I don't know, man. Canelo kind of husky. Yeah, I know. You see, y'all get so caught up with his Canelo hype, man. Canelo is when you get in there, Canelo gonna be big, bro. Like what they say he came in 190 something in his last fight. I don't know if Bud want to do that, man. I don't know. I don't really want to
No,
see it,
I
but
think Berlanga came in at like 200 pounds.
how much did
So
Canelo? I'm talking. Forget Berlinga. I'm talking about Canelo. How much did Canelo weigh when he came in that
I
Berlinga
couldn't tell
fight?
you offhand. I would have to look that up.
I heard it was in the 190s, bro.
Yeah, and I could see that because Canelo looks like about a 200-pound dude.
Yeah,
Um, he said, "Salute to my man GD. Look at GD showing some love to the Black channel. GD, man.
yeah.
GD, if you don't know, is one of the greatest cap artists we've ever seen in YouTube comment section history. The man gets in there and just caps. I mean, he put his cap on backwards.
That's
Pause, man.
crazy.
He
Judah Vision said that
salute
he
to my man Judah Vision.
191. He said 191 or one. Billy said 180. So that's crazy. Like I don't think Bud gonna if he fought at 168. How much you gonna think Bud gonna weigh on fight night? You wouldn't think he
Well,
won't want
Bud
to
been
weigh
weighing,
more than that.
but this is the thing. Bud is not small. Pause. Bud is every bit true lightweight. I mean welterweight. He was coming in at 175, 180, way down at welterweight. So it's not like he's a small guy. That's just a narrative. The narrative is this: they don't want the dark skinned black villain to beat up Canelo. That's just what it is. But that's what they're saying. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo will break Bud's neck, man. It's not even a question, man. Bud has no chance. Canelo has beat everybody there is to beat. Um, and again, like I said, I appreciate my man GD because, like I said, GD is one of the big cap artists in YouTube comment history. Anytime I put something up, that brother will lie to the people live and direct. So salute to my man GD. He always do that. Salute to my man Judah Vision as well, man. And I tell you the funny thing about it is when we talk about Terrence Crawford, we all know he don't got a chance. We know he don't got a chance. He's not that guy. It's just a clip out there where an old man telling a young man, "Hey, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. You're not that guy." So if he's wondering if he is that guy, he would have ran through the guy he fought the dream. He would have fought through he would have ran through the dream, but he had all the traps of trouble. I don't know what it is. He said, I speak facts. Yeah, GD, like I said, GD is one of I mean, I would almost count my brother GD as what you call a propagandist. He just gives you nothing but propaganda, black fighters only, you know, Tank Davidson fought
Just because he roots
everybody.
for the fighters in
Um,
America, does that make him? Why does that make him?
no, I'm speaking about my brother GD. I'm just
I
saying,
know.
and
I'm
I love him.
asking.
That's just what he do. That's what he do. It's like it's just propaganda. He don't got Canelo number one pound for pound, so it's like
Nobody does.
everybody does, but you.
Everybody got him up
And
there.
when we get Uncle
That's
Tim
cap.
on here, I guarantee you Uncle Tim's gonna say, "Yo, he's number one pound for pound." He
Nah.
said, "So whoever is the winner of the Bibble Baturbiev, do y'all put them above Bud on pound for pound list?" Bud is barely on the pound for pound list, man. He's like maybe one or two, maybe even three to some people. But I don't know. He said I don't like the race bait ish in boxing. I don't like it either. Because all it is we know that Canelo beat the fried chicken out of Bud Crawford. I mean, if I felt honestly, if I felt that Bud would beat the Mexican pizza out of Canelo, I would say so. I just don't see it. I mean, I would love to see Bud go in there and beat the birria tacos out of Canelo, but he won't because he got a chin. He said, David, my guy, what you talking about? Yeah, and David's about to get knocked out by the Cuban, man. You know, my black brother Morel is about to go in there and demolish the Mexican monster, and he might beat him to death. He might beat him to death. He might beat him to death. You might have to
That's a
get him a stretcher.
50-50. That's 50-50.
No, that's about 70-30.
Actually, technically, if you think about it,
Mhm.
if you look at the pound for pound, I don't think nobody beat Arthur Turbulent. I think Arthur, if he wins this fight and he stopped Bivol, he
Mhm.
might have to be. There's an argument for him to be number one pound for pound. There's an argument for him to be number one pound for pound.
Nah.
I honestly
I
say
know. I
this:
know a
if
lot
he
of people. I
wins,
know a lot of people
I
like
want
to
Canelo. I want
throw
Canelo to fight him.
accolades in there.
Go ahead.
I know. I know people like to throw accolades in there. I don't look at accolades. I look at fighting style. There's an argument for him to be number one pound for pound.
No.
Yeah.
He will have that accolade if he wins because he'd be undisputed then. So there's his accolade there. So, but
I don't. I don't. I don't. I'm not looking at the accolades. Y'all like to look at accolades. I don't look at accolades. I look at if these guys was to get in the ring, who's going to beat them? Who's going to beat them?
Yeah.
They get in the ring. Who's going to beat them?
I think Tank would sleep him.
He said Morel about to get washed. Morel too green, son. Benavidez gonna put a beating on Frenzy. I'm gonna tell you this, man. He's gonna get the Honduran tacos and
What is with you
fish
with
and
all
sausage
these
beat out of
food?
him.
What is it? Are you hungry?
He's gonna get beat up, man. It's just that simple. And I put like this, man. I don't know what y'all saying about David Morrell. I mean, David Morrell is a monster. BVO was one of the early ones saying it. I think it was me and Puerto Rican Free saying it early. Morrell beats everybody but Canelo, man. Morrell's a monster. Morrell's a monster, too. Morrell is a monster. And I could really see Morrell going in there and stopping Benavidez and then going there and stopping Canelo and possibly going as high as heavyweight. I think Morrell is that type of guy. I think he could win a title at heavyweight. I think he has that kind of talent. I don't think we've seen a
Do
guy this special in a very, very long time. He's really
Doesn't say
do
blessed.
not put that
anything. He
Go
just
blasphemy
ahead.
say
on me.
anything.
Don't
You
don't
said
put that blasphemy on me. I did not say that he beats everybody except for Canelo.
I
I
said at
said he beats
168.
everybody at 168.
That's what I just said. Free, you wasn't listening. That's what I just said. Free. He said
No,
put some
you
bread
said
on it.
except for Canelo.
I'll put like this. I'll put like this.
I got
We can definitely put some bread on it. And I'm telling you, you're gonna lose your money, man. Anybody that want to bet, man, your boy BBO got 20 big ones uh on Beterbiev, and I got 100 on Morel. I got 100 on Morel beating Benavidez. So don't step up if you ain't got your pocketbook.
Bentley
Keep your cameras
crazy.
rolling. Keep your cameras rolling. Morel is about to stop Benavidez. And I don't know we're gonna I heard that fight is rumored. I heard that it's might be signed or it might not. I don't know. You've been hearing a lot of little things, but I'll tell you this. He gonna get in there, he gonna stop that boy.
You a bugging.
Morel is the truth. Morel is the rebirth of James Toney. He's a rebirth of Roy Jones Jr. I mean, he's probably one of the greatest guys we've seen since Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney or even Tank Davis. He's special like that.
You are
I'll put him
all
with
over
those
the
guys.
place, like ADHD. You are
I'll
all
put
over
him
the
with those
place.
guys. I'll put him with those guys. He's special. Morel really, and then you know what people say he struggled. He possibly lost that fight at 175. Come on, man. People have tough fights all this time. Nobody remembers that Floyd lost to Castillo the first time. They just say he had a rematch. They remember the rematch. They don't remember when McDonough beat Floyd the first fight and they did a rematch. People just remember the rematch. They don't remember the first fight. So it is what it is. I think Morrell got some defense stuff to improve, and it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen, man. He said 20 boxes of CD. Um, I'm telling you, man, Morrell's that guy, man. Morrell's that guy, man. He's that guy. I mean, special. He got the heart of a lion. Let's not forget how he was talking to Benavidez, saying he'd take the shoes off his feet, called him the P word, told him what he would do to him. I mean, he really talking like I don't know if you guys ever heard of this great champion, man, Antonio Tarver. He's talking like Tarver now. He getting personal, and he let it be known he'll hurt David Benavidez. He'll hurt him. So I mean, we could talk about that all day, but
We'll
I'm
see.
excited to see
They
what's going on in
fight.
boxing. Go ahead.
I said if they fight, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, that's a good fight, bro. I can't even.
Yeah, it's gonna be a knockout. It's gonna be a knockout. I'm
It's a
picking.
good fight.
I'm picking. Morrell goes to bed in the ninth round. I'm picking to
More-
go to bed in the ninth round.
You pick Morrell to go
I
to
mean,
bed.
Benavidez going to bed in the ninth round. He said Morrell could turn out to be another Berlanga. No,
Damn.
Berlinga's a good dude from the hood who got an opportunity, but Berlinga's not that good of a fighter. Berlinga's been matched very well. He's not that good. He said, yo, I'll take that bet. I got Bivol and 10. I'll put 1K on it. Whatever you want, BVL. Bro, don't lose your money because, like I said, I'll match that, bro. I'll match that. We'll talk behind the scenes. I'll match that because Arthur Beterbiev is about to put a show on. He's about to knock this dude out cold. So I don't know what y'all been watching.
I'm still
I
standing on
seen a
what I
dude
said. I'm going
from
with Bivol.
I seen a dude from the Amazon Parkways get on there and give him a bunch of left hands. I don't know if you guys seen that fight, that last fight when they had that 5-on-5. He got a bunch of left hands. He's going to bed. He's going to bed. My email's in my bio, man. Hit my email on the bio. It's in the bio. But what you think, Free? Do you think that Beterbiev is going to stop Bivol? What you think, man? You've been kind of quiet today.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stop Bibble. The thing is, like, I'm looking at Bibble, and he's a decent fighter. He's decent. I'm not gonna say he's bad. I'm not gonna say he's great. He's decent. The problem with Bibble is he doesn't have enough power, and if you don't have something to make Arthur respect you, I don't see how you stay away from his power for 12 rounds. Bibble, he's 23-0 with 12 knockouts. That man is almost at 50% knockout ratio. That the man don't have enough power to stop. His footwork is not that great where he's just gonna outbox Arthur. Arthur can box as well. A lot of people just look at the knockouts and think
What
Arthur
up? What
is
up?
just a power puncher. He can't box. Arthur can box as well. He's been in there with boxers. He's been in there with Anthony Yard, who's a boxer. He's been in there with Joe Smith, who's a boxer. So he can box with the with Bivol. I just think Bivol don't have enough power to make him respect him. I think he's going to probably stop him within 10 rounds. He's going to stop him.
I'm still rolling with Bivol. I think Bivol gonna outbox some bull coming off an injury, and he got there wasn't a leg injury at that. So, and how long has he been out of the ring? So I'm still standing on what I said. I'm going with Bivol to box him
I
for
know,
12.
Mm.
I know. You all stand with it. I mean, we already know, and that's how you go with the last 20. We already know.
So,
We already know.
do we got another friendly
I'm just
20
telling you.
free on this
I know
fight?
what. Huh?
Do we got another friendly 20 on this fight?
If you want
Bivol
to
and
put it on there, if
yeah,
you want to put it on there, we can.
yeah. I want Bivol in 12.
Okay, I got Arthur.
All right.
All right, yeah. What up, Crush?
What's going on,
What's
my
going on,
bros?
bro?
How y'all doing? I hear y'all going back and forth about the B-ball and better be fight. And I'm gonna say this real quick and let y'all get finished cooking. I if y'all notice. last couple fights, I've been a 50-50 guy with some of these matches that been coming up, which I'm not complaining about because I like to when somebody asks me for a fight, what you think is a 50-50 fight, and then, be able to give a fair breakdown both ways, but it's a 50-50 fight. It's going to be an exciting fight. Uh,
Hmm.
Either one of these guys can beat each other, and I like them both, just like most of the guys that get in the ring with each other. I like most of these guys that's fighting each other, but I like them both. We both know they signature strengths, and we know their signature weaknesses. So for me, it's who's the better executioner with executing their game plan and everything else that falls up under it. Now, some of us can say, well, if they picking better beef, some people is looking for a stoppage, but if you're going for is going to the final bell, then I think a lot of people would be favoring Bivol. That's why it's a 50-50 fight for me. Um, but the question is, Bivol being a better boxer, would he be able to hurt Arthur? That's like unlogical. But that's a question that people have in their minds, and you never know what we're going to get in the sport of boxing. And then with Arthur, is father time going to kick in? Um, will Bivol be a little too much for him? How much IQ does he have? Well, have you been watching him long enough? His IQ is not suspect, but the way he brings he's a rough, rugged dude, and he comes to bang it out. So you have a finesse guy, you have a finesse technician, and then you have a rugged surgeon that's getting in the ring with each other. So it calls for a good fight. So no matter which side you're going on, it's still a good pick. So if you picking Bivol, it's a good pick. If you picking Better Be, it's a good pick, which makes it a great matchup, which means it's a good fight. So I like being full of suspense until the actual fight start. But still, at the end of the day, we have to give our audience, okay, it's 50-50, but you got to give us who you want to win or who you think might pull it off. So with that being said, I got to give my brothers in the R Star chat that just can't leave it at that. Oh man, it's so hard for me, but I'm gonna squeeze it out real quick. Someone saying Bivol. Okay, so 50-50 fight, leaning towards Bivol, favoring Bivol, but whatever happens, happen. But it's gonna be an amazing fight. I can't wait to see it.
That's how I feel, Crush. I feel something has been screaming Bibble for months for me. And I'm just gonna go with Dimitri Bivol to box this guy for 12 rounds. This guy, he cool. I like Better Be Even. Like D Free said, boy can box. I am not gonna lie. Arthur
Yeah,
don't get a lot of credit for boxing, but I just think he
yeah, he
has been
can.
a little bit inactive and he's got a wasn't it a leg injury, Crush? Or was it something else? I wasn't a leg, his
I
injury. He
think
had
it
an
was a
injury.
leg injury. I think
Now
it. I
he
think it
could,
was a leg injury.
and did that require surgery? That stuff D Free be knowing. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
asking. So he got
because I
we
think it
got
was
the
his left.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
think it
The
was
left
his left
leg.
leg. Not to cut you
Okay,
off. I
so
think it
it's
was his
bad.
left
No, it's
leg.
all good. You good. You good. So he got one bad wheel, and you got this guy that can move around and box. Dimitri Bivol. One thing he's going to do, people, he's going to stick to his game plan. He's not just even
Yes.
if he get hit, he's going to stick to his game plan. He's not going to get lured in to a pissing contest with Artur Beterbiev the same way Canelo tried to lay on them ropes and try to wave him in. Dimitri would go do his business and get out of there and back off and say, "No, you come here in the center of the ring." You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, like you said, Crush, it's 50-50. It really is, bro. It's not a bad pick in
It's
this fight.
really 50-50. Yeah, it's not a bad pick, and that's what we want. That's what we should want as boxing fans, even for our favorite fighter. Of course, we want
Yeah,
our favorite fighter to come out and win and whip ass. But come on, if you're
right.
a real boxing fan, you want your favorite fighter to face adversity because you have confidence in your favorite fighter. Just
Right.
like you can say what you want about Haney, Prize has confidence in him no matter what. You can't
Yeah.
take nobody confidence away from him, but that's what you want. So that's why I'm like, hey, with my favorite fighter, Errol Spence is my guy. He got his ass whipped. He faced adversity. He faced it pretty well. He didn't go commit suicide. Want to start writing all these type of letters and all that. He took that ass whipping on the motherfucking chin as a man.
And
You know
went
what I
about it
mean? So,
business.
and and went about his business, and that's great sportsmanship, and
Yeah.
that's what we should all want to represent, and that's what we want to see with these fighters. I ask for nothing more than that,
That's
because
it.
I want all these guys to be successful, all of them, even the ones I roast on a daily basis, yeah, because they need to get roasted. Shit, if I gotta roast my children, they have to get thrown in the pit too. Ain't no pits over here. I'm just a reality person.
Right.
Anybody tell you, yeah, it's just him. But I really want all these guys to succeed, no matter if I like one guy a little more than the other. Or I might just want this one guy to whip this other guy ass. The guy who ass I want
Yeah,
to see get whipped
yeah,
doesn't mean I still don't want to see him succeed. You see what I'm saying? I just think
No
he's
doubt.
getting in the ring at the time with a guy that can beat his ass. That's all. But I want to see all these guys succeed, and especially for my people. I want them to succeed because I think they got the best hands in the history of the sport. That's all I
Without a
got. Who else
question.
want to go in and cook, man? Yeah.
Without a question.
Right. Yeah,
Shout out
man.
to
But I'm excited for the fight.
shout out to GP in the chat. Yeah, he gonna definitely stay disciplined, bro. Dimitri Bivol for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely a in the pocket, stay focused type of guy. He's not the type of boxer or fighter that gets and go all over the place, bouncing around like acoustics and gotta snap they shit back. Like the snap back vagina. They put the soak in vinegar and snap it back into place. He ain't gotta do that because he stays in the pocket. He stays right in the pocket and he don't go off track. He's sticking to his game plan, and no matter where he may feel as though where he's at in the fight, he's still confident that he's confident and comfortable enough to say, okay, this guy might be getting the best of me, but I'm still confident, stay focused. My shit, I'm gonna make my shit work for me. It's going to work out for me because sometimes, and we can see people, we can see it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And a lot of y'all be getting on fighters how they start. That's why I be trying to cut those y'all with that. Well, he was losing rounds. I don't give a fuck about somebody losing rounds. It's not about
Yeah.
how you start. And we've seen a lot of guys get a head start. Get a head start. Be up 5 rounds to nothing. And next thing you know, tables turn, baby. Facing adversity. This is when your boxing IQ is on display. This is when your courage, your heart, your confidence is on display. Show me what you got. You will put up or shut up. Now I mean knuckle up or buckle up your lips. That's all I'm saying. And
No
that's all
doubt.
we want to see with these guys, and even with these newer guys, everybody want money, but you gotta remember you got to earn that money some sort of way. And soon when you get a little accolade or something, that don't necessarily mean that your stock go up. You still haven't done anything yet. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully these guys that get these belts in the easiest way understand that. Your stock just don't go up. This is your profession. You should be studying the fucking history of the sport. And then you would know it and know not to move like that. But they're gonna learn, man. They're gonna learn. So shout out to all the guys who's willing to take whatever steps it is and accept whatever conditions it is for them to get a fight with somebody to show us they better than a person or not. That's all we ask for.
That's
That's
all.
all we ask for. You doing that? It's a man's sport. And I'm going to approach and look at these fighters like a man. The moment they not moving like a man, I'm going to call it like it is. They still a man, but they moving like a Mitch. It is what it is, but you gotta be a man all through this sport, man. That's the only way you want to survive in this sport. You can't get these days when you select how you want to feel. You want to be pacified and all that. Wham, wham, wham. This ain't no crying sport. This is a sport where you can lose your life. You're gambling with it, so you already know what you into. So you ain't got no time to be crying. If something bothers you that bad, go get that get back. Go put that person head on a stick. That's
Yep.
all I'm saying.
I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all
I
I'm
agree.
saying. But is it anything on that undercard? Is there anything exciting? Any undercard fights on that Bivol and Beterbiev? Because I haven't heard anything about the undercard. I've been seeing.
D Free be knowing that stuff. I didn't really check the bless you.
Um,
God bless
Yeah.
you.
I don't,
I
I
didn't
don't, I don't know
see
if they,
no
I don't know if they put, I don't know if they put anything on the undercard because it was supposed to be a continuance from the pay-per-view card. So I don't know if they scratched the pay-per-view card
Okay.
or if it's just
Right.
it's still the same way. I don't know.
Was that the
because
thing that Shakur was supposed to do, Free? When he was supposed to be the Shakur that
yeah,
they
Yeah,
was going to
yeah,
pass it over to
yeah.
Bevo and
Exactly. Yep.
Arthur Better
Yep.
be
You're right, Prize.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah, I
man.
haven't really heard
But
much
yeah,
about that
Shakur.
undercard with them though. Go ahead, Free.
That fight that Shakur had was supposed to be part of that. It was supposed to be Arthur and Bivol as the main event, but then they moved that to ESPN Plus. So I'm not
right.
sure what happened with the pay per view card because Shakur is not fighting anymore. So I don't know what happened to that pay per view card. I don't know if they scratched the whole card. Um,
Yeah.
Matter of
Right.
fact, let me look it up and see what happened. Let me look it up. Hold on.
All right, cool. While you looking it up, man, we still be chopping it up and everything. But yeah, man, that's all we really want, and we're passionate about these fighters that we get behind, that we root for. So we want them to do the same exact things too, man. But right now with a lot of people got so much to say, and they saying they ready to do certain things. They talking about they can Sister Fury the boxing game right now, like Bruce Lee did to the Japs when he went around there to the dojo. He handled everybody's business. These fighters are saying this. And the whole thing is, I don't have a problem with it. Turn it into reality instead of me thinking it's clout
Excuse
chasing.
me.
Let's turn it into reality. If you really want that fighter, go where they are at. Go where they are at if you really want them. You really want them, you put them in a position where they don't have no choice but to say, you know what, this motherfucker's irking my nerves. I'm about to whoop his ass.
Yeah, they
You
don't make them
really
young
got to put the
boys. These young
pressure.
boys ain't like that no more, Crush. These new niggas, they ain't like that, man.
Exactly. They ain't like
Like back
that. You
in
know what
the
I'm saying?
day,
Like,
them boys would have been rumbled, man.
oh my goodness, fighters is going up to fighters' houses to let them know this is real,
Yeah.
homie. You ain't gonna get no sleep, and then you gonna sleep. You better sleep with this ass whipping I'm willing to give to you on your mind. I just jogged 18 miles over here to your motherfucking house. And I'm going to jog 18 miles back to my facility, and I'm going to get finished working out because I mean what I say. Stay ready so you don't have
Um,
to get ready. See, when you go ahead, D, for you good.
no, so I was gonna say, yeah, the pay per view card is still going on. They just moved
Okay.
Shakur and Joe Cordina out the way.
Okay, cool. So, all right. The
What are
rest of
the
that is
fights
still
on there,
going
D
on.
Free? What are
I know
the
Ben Winterker's on here.
yeah.
Yeah, Ben Whitaker is on there. Is Ben Whitaker is fighting. Hold on, he's fighting some dude named Cameron. Don't know who that is.
Okay, yeah.
Killer.
Then you got Chris
Villa.
Eubanks Jr. Chris Eubanks Jr. is
Yeah.
fighting some dude. I don't know his name. Then you got Ja Opatai fighting Massey. Don't know who that is. And
Opataya.
then you got
Opataya.
fighting against Clark. Now that's going to be a good fight. Fabio against Clark is going to be a good fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, I ain't
That's
mad at
that's
that one.
definitely gonna be a good one.
I ain't mad at that
Nah,
one.
not at all. No, that's a good one, man. That's a good
Somebody
one, man.
somebody
So
mute
yeah,
the football game.
that's D3 probably. I got mine on mute. Got my TV turned down, so you know. Yeah, man. So I really want to see. I feel as though if fighters is calling for other fighters in another weight class, my whole thing is okay, get to that weight class and then start calling them out. Because then now they don't have no choice but to take you more serious. Ain't nobody gonna take
Mhm.
you serious if you calling them from another weight class.
I hate
And
that
then
when they
they
do
feel
that.
yeah, and I don't like it, but people say, oh, they out there doing this and that. No, you ain't gotta do all that. If you really want to fight somebody and they in another weight class, move to that weight class.
Yeah.
Say I'm officially at so and so. Then you call that person out. Don't be saying that shit and you ain't nowhere near that weight class. Cause they ain't gonna pay you no mind. But if you get in that weight class and you huffing and puffing all that shit, then they gonna see what you working with. They're gonna want to know if you selling wolf tickets or you serious out here biting.
Yeah.
Take notes, Teofimo Lopez, Keyshawn Davis, guys like that. Take note.
Appreciate
weight class.
that.
You really want to fight somebody? Get in that weight class. Don't be
Appreciate you,
standing
Judah.
at your weight class. Don't be standing in your weight class and you calling motherfuckers out from north to south, east and the west. You know better than that. You really want somebody, get in that damn weight class. It's just like walking to their door. Just like somebody saying, man, I come to your block
I'm
and
coming
fight.
to your block. That's what I'm just about to
I'm
say.
coming to your
I'm coming
block and
straight to
fight.
your block. And shout out
Matter of
Judah.
fact, nigga,
Appreciate you, dog.
you want to play a one-on-one? I make it easy for you. We're going to play on a court in your neighborhood where you feel comfortable. You got to apply that pressure. So you can't talk this shit. You got to
Hey, my
apply
bad.
it.
My bad. Man, Crush going crazy with the cussing, y'all. My bad. My bad. He
My
get
bad,
passionate.
BBO. It's only a couple, man.
My
You
bad.
cuss
My
every day
bad. My
without
bad. Get
cussing when you be,
passionate. He
you
get a
know,
little
I
passionate.
ain't been too bad. I've been nice. You ain't got to critique my behavior. My thing been smooth, Bernardo. It been smooth right now. I ain't even going off. You know, my hair's laying down. It ain't sticking up. My locks ain't on fire. I ain't got no veins in my neck or my forehead. I'm talking boxing, baby. You smoothing it out. We smoothing it out.
And you know
So
what?
we don't need
Thank
to be
God,
like that. I
God
don't
for
need to
it.
be the grumpy OG all the time because y'all gave me the name. Damn. Let the grumpy old man just be a great old OG at some time. I like this being smooth, but when it's time to be grumpy, I'm gonna make things bumpy. That's all. But it ain't. We don't need that tonight. No one is acting like that, so we're gonna keep it cool. You know, I'm trying my best behavior, chat, but BBO always trying to get me to misbehave and all that, so he can run and tell mama, "Oh, you see what he did? He acting up. He said a cuss word."
Hey, I
But
gotta
yeah,
do that.
man, these
I gotta do that.
yeah, you got to do that. It's not wrong with it, brother, man. But you want to add on to what we talking about, BBO?
Oh yeah, only thing I wish that we would have got Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez on this card. That would have made the card, even better. I hear that Devin Haney turned the fight down. I don't know the actual factuals on it, but I wish we could have got them to the fight. That would have been great.
That's not the actual factors. It was actually T.O. who turned down a two fight deal when Devin Haney was one of the fights that was on that fight deal.
Thank you, D Free.
BBO
Which is
always trying to
that's
sneak
one
that
fight.
BS in there.
But that's one fight that I always wanted to happen. And in my opinion, that's a fight that I need to see because with along with a few other fights that we need to see, but we really sit back and think about it and we go by a timestamp. Those two dudes were supposed to been got it on. T.O. been talking trash for the longest. Dev, you said to run into him at certain places and calm him down and all that. That fight needs to happen. Both of them are BSing with giving us that. The both of them. They go in every direction but the right direction towards themselves, man. Too much. Too much. That's what I'm saying. They bouncing around like acoustics, man. You know, take your time, stay in the pocket. One Vic at a time. One Vic at a time and stand on it and mean it. That fight was been supposed to happen. We wasn't supposed to see Ryan and Devin. We were supposed to see T.O. and Devin first.
T.O. don't want to fight.
Yeah, I know. T.O. don't want to fight. T.O. don't want to fight nobody,
T.O.
man.
wants to call
And
out
I'm a
Terrence Crawford. He wants to call out Devin. He wants to call out Tank. He wants to call out everybody. Then he'll run down the street and go fight Steve Claggett. But hey, what do I know?
yeah, Claggett, transmission services. You know, 'cause that's what he
Yeah,
sound like. No
it's like a tow
disrespect to
truck
Claggett.
operator.
Yeah, but cool, man. I'm tired of this guy, man. I'm getting
He
tired of this
did, and
guy.
we did give him credit for his Josh Taylor and his Lomachenko win. That's and Richard Comey. I gave him credit for that too because I thought Richard Comey was gonna give a good better. But other than that,
I think,
like boxing is what have you done for me lately, and he has done nothing for
yeah,
anybody lately. So
Janet Jackson. What have you done for me
yeah,
lately?
basically.
Hey, yo, real quick, y'all.
Damn, you think so,
I put that
Judah?
song on. Don't y'all know LL Cool J is
Yeah.
trying to say that Tito Jackson is his biological father? I'm not making this up. Stay tuned. I'm gonna dig into it tonight while I'm at work and bring it to y'all some more information on that and why he's coming
That's
out and saying it
crazy.
on Coffee and Donuts tomorrow. Yeah, I ran across it earlier. I just wanted to say that real quick. Now we can get back to boxing. But since we brought Janet Jackson up, I just wanted to lay that out there, dog.
Yeah, Judah, you think
Anyway,
he has smashed Devin? I don't know.
I'm not too sure about that either, Prize.
I don't know. That's a
But
good
what
fight,
happened?
too. I do know it's a good fight, though. I ain't gonna cap, though. Act like Dev will go in there and smoke Tio. I think it'll be a close, good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Depends what Tio show up. You know, sometimes you might get a A fighter Tio show up. Sometimes you might get a B or C fighter Tio shows up. He said he don't got no middle. It's either he's really, really good or he's really like, you know, he remind me of J.R. Smith. You know, J.R. Smith was nice, right? J.R. Smith would
Yeah.
come out and drop 40. Then he'll come out the next game and have like 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Five
man. Oh
turnovers. You be
my
like,
God.
damn. Nah, I rock with
He
JR
just killing
heavy.
it the other night.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
rock with
Because
JR
when he's
heavy.
hot,
He's on, man.
because
He's
when
one
he's
of the
hot,
best
he's
players in the
hot.
world. He was one of the best players best shooters in the world. When he get going, man. But then again, he'll come out the next night and he'll go 3 for
And bomb.
14. Yeah. So
I
that's
didn't
what
see this
Tio's
dude
like.
go like, yeah. And with T.O. and Devin, speaking from a revenue part, which I don't speak on a lot, y'all know I don't get into all that. But these two dumb dudes, they were hurt. They've been hurting what this fight can be at its potential far as revenue. They would have did it when they first was all up and barking each other face. That thing would have did good. Cause I had a conversation with somebody and they asked me, they was like, yo, if T.O. and Dev would have fought, how many pay-per-views you think they would have did? You know, I came out and told them, I said close to 1 million. Cause I think I said over 700. I said that would have been great, man. I said, but now if they ever do it, it's going to hurt them. You know, so sometimes I'm saying that the land is playing. Sometimes, man, try to put things off to later is really not a good thing all the time. Cause you never know what a person's career is going to look like. You see what I'm saying? Hey, they both might, you know, hit it down slope, but just not being too successful, having more losses than wins, or having more wins than losses, but it's more questionable wins than decisive wins. You know, so sometimes when it's hot, some
Go
things
for it.
don't take long to get hot, people. Some things do not take long to get hot. Stop trying to microwave everything. Stop trying to simmer everything, slow cook stuff. This is wrong with you boxing fans now. Y'all want to slow cook stuff and everything. Then you take it out, you put it on the table. Now you ain't going to cook it. Now you putting it back in the freezer or the refrigerator. You're messing it up. You're messing it up. And then when you finally use it, you cook it, it ain't too fresh. You can
Yeah.
season it up
I
all
hate
you
that
want. It
weird
just
stuff.
don't taste right because you didn't drink all the flavor out of it. Cause you keep putting it in and out, on and off. That's not good. Everything needs to be in the pocket.
No doubt.
And
I'm
that's
with
what
you.
we getting with some of these fighters
Uh,
when they putting things off until later.
yeah.
Go ahead, Fry.
No. I was just reading the comments. Shout out GP. I'm with it too. I'd watch that. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't want to see Wilder in there with anybody else. Joshua, that's cool. I'm cool with that. That's a nice cash out for him. And then shout out K Savoy. And he said, y'all think T.O.
Damn
will
it,
beat
man.
Ryan? I'm telling y'all, T.O. top tier when he's on this game. That's what I just said, Judah. Like when he's really, really good or he's really, really not. So you don't know which one you're gonna get. So it's hard for me when you start putting them in there with the other top dogs like Devin, Tank, and and all and Ryan and all these other guys. I don't know which T.O. gonna show up. You don't know. You know what I mean? He might come out and shoot and hit 12 threes, or he might come out there and go
Yeah.
2 for 16. We don't know. You know what I mean? So it's hard to say with
Now
T.O., dog.
how good he is, that's a question that only he can answer. How good he can be, we can all say we all fullers don't, no matter how much we come down on this dude because he deserved it. We only giving him what he deserved. What you put out, you will receive. How
Yeah.
good he can be, the dude is not. He's not a bum dude. He's not a bad
Oh,
boxer
he's
at
sharp,
all.
bro. He's sharp when he wants to be.
He's sharp. He he's a B level guy who's stunning himself to be an A level fighter. He's stunning his growth to be an A-level fighter because he's a B-level fighter, and when he's on, he's on.
Mm-hmm.
But he got too many damn distractions and too much hate in him. Too much
He
hate
has
and
A-level
races and all that.
performances, Crush. He had A-level performances against
He did.
Lomachenko and especially against Josh Taylor. That was his best performance. I mean, he was in his bag.
Yeah. Now with that, right? I hate when we get fights like that when you get a guy in there and he's on his shit. But that other guy, we know that's not the guy that he used to be. But I'm not taking credit away from him. But I'm just saying, hey, what if Josh could have made the things a little tougher? He was more so closer to his prime than away from his prime. It still was a good fight, but this dude, he's so inconsistent, and you can't fight to your level of opposition because you don't know what fighter you getting that night. You might know who you fighting. Yeah, you didn't prep for whatever he does, great. Whatever he don't do, great, and all that. But you don't know what you getting that night. You don't know if a relaxed dude is going to show up for what you prep for, or an aggressive guy. You don't know. That's why you hear some fighters, oh, he shocked me, he surprised me. Yeah, because you don't know what's going to be the mood swing. You know the plan as far as the fight plan because you didn't did tape, but that mood swing plays another part too to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know what you're going to get. It's like we ain't know what we was going to get. AJ looking the hell like that. That dude whole facial expression was so just like, oh, this dude, he's telling me he ain't even going to try to go out and do anything. He just looked like I know I'm in for some ish,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
man,
that's what I said, GP.
you gotta look at every single opponent like they apex. I don't give a freak. I don't care if Mick and Freak if that opponent is 9-31. You treat him like he 31-0.
Mm-hmm. Just like
Look at
GP
them
said,
all
he
the
fight
same.
down to his competition. I've been saying that for the longest too, dog.
Yeah,
We on the same page. Shout out
yeah.
Ace.
I
Yeah,
agree. I agree. And that's not a good trait. That is not a good trait. Because we've seen fighters wind up paying for it. You never know what you're going to get that night.
mm-hmm.
You don't know what his mindset is. You thinking, oh, my fight plan is, I know I got the plan to beat this dude. I know how he come. But this dude might have some motivation that you ain't prepared for. And you like, oh, wait a minute. I knew this dude was going to be throwing his jab, but I ain't prepared for his jab to come the way that it's coming, with the attitude it's coming with. Whoa, I was looking for, cool breeze jab. This dude is throwing thunder and lightning with this jab. Wasn't expecting it. So then when you get hit with it, you're like, I wasn't expecting this. Now you got to adjust to it. You don't know. Something could be on that person's mind that turned them into a damn killer. They
Yeah.
don't approach you like a killer. They still stay with they plan, but it turns them into a killer. You don't know what you're getting that night. T.O. shoulders, you don't know what you're getting because sometimes he come in right, sometimes he don't. Perfect
Yeah.
example, but you got to prepare for every opponent like he's the most dangerous person you ever face. Treat them all the same. Don't treat them different. Treat them all the same.
And that's how you go
Works
out
out
and
better
get
for
beat.
this guy.
And that's how you go out getting beat.
Yep.
And that's what GP just said when he fights down to his competition. So he go in there with a Steve
Mm-hmm.
Clag and go in there and get whooped. And then, you know what I'm saying, he was looking crazy. He did that with Cambosis. Instead of fighting Devin Haney, he went and run off fighting Cambosis. And
Right.
he paid for it. And it derailed his career. But he's back, but I want to see him get in there with somebody. I don't want to see him take no more of these, them Claggett fights and them, get in there with Tank and Devin and De Los Santos, whoever. Get in there with Sabril, whoever is at 40. I don't want to see no more of that from T.O.
Yeah. Stop that Lomachenko. Come on, bro. You supposed to be lining these. Once you get in that position, that's we supposed to see more of that than anything, cause that's where you want to be. Dude, his opposition went down. compared to
Right.
Lomachenko. We ain't supposed to hear. We supposed to see a Dev, a Shakur, a Tank, even a freaking Keyshawn Davis, a Matias, all them dudes at 140. These guys, these top dudes at 35 that he been bickering and talking about. Cause he put himself in position, but he took himself out of it. T.O. killed his own damn career. He could have been getting good money, but he been saying dumb things, disrespectful things, acting all type of ways. It's gonna talk you out of it. That's not the way that you get it. Everybody can't be a Rolly Romero. I'm gonna say that again. Everybody can't be a Rolly Romero. It worked for Rolly
Mm-hmm.
because we trust Rolly to be that. T.O., you get looked at different from Rolly. You're a better quality put together boxer, bro. You
Right.
not a Riri, but you's an asshole. He's an a-hole. He's not a Riri, but he's an a-hole. We know Rolly is a Riri. But we all got a Riri in the neighborhood that we all like, that we all put up with. We all do. I ain't saying nothing wrong. Panel, chat. It's a retard. It's a Riri in the neighborhood that we all got love for. We ain't got love for all of them. Think
Yeah.
about it, man.
CD Lamb is off to the races. Yeah.
I like CD Lamb. I that's who I watch Dallas for. I watch Dallas for CD
I
Lamb.
hate that. I hate both these teams. But shout out BVO. He said the rise is coming up. Damn. Run that commercial then, BVO. Ace said the rise is not coming on today.
All right, so we cooking then.
Yeah, we'll clock these watch hours for BVO. That's I got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
I ain't doing much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But like I said on my show, we getting to the end of the year. We got a couple okay fights. Now, come fight night, they could turn out to be fight of the year or whatever. But now, 25, the entire boxing commission, all the upper heads, y'all owe us. Y'all owe us. Y'all better do something. I ain't talking about the fighters and they promoters and none of that. Talking about the people that's in charge. I know y'all listening. So respectfully, y'all owe us. And when 25 kick in, it better be lit from the rip. 25 better start off like 23 did. Because 23 started off hot. Even 22 started off hot. Man, y'all better give it some hotness. Because all the blame don't go on these fighters, man. I'm a straight shooter. Some things are their fault, but come on, we know what's going on. And then some of them, they alive with one another, They tag teaming us. But 25, give us what we want. Hey, call these fighters bluff if you think they bull crapping. Stop thinking, oh, this won't make money. Just put it together. It's going to make money. There's certain fighters that us fans want to see. We want to see this whole chapter get closed on every connection we put together like the game Connect 4. Give us what we want so they can show us what they got. So then at the end, we got so much more to talk about. Because we being very creative right now. We being creative right now. They ain't really been giving us much to talk about. Let's just be honest, people, because ain't too much been going on. Things been going on, but not too much. We've been very creative. Shout out to every content creator. Y'all been very creative.
Yeah.
Because it's been kind of dry, and it's still kind of dry. Even though we got some fights coming up, let's be honest.
Until then,
dry.
it's
Yeah.
feel like we in the desert right now, looking for water, searching for water.
Yeah, we looking for an aloe plant out there, cactus that got some liquid in it. Like yeah, it's time to turn up. If they turn up, it would give these fighters no other choice but to turn up. The opportunity knocks fighters. If y'all listen to somebody from their team, hey, most of you guys are B-sides. Y'all looking to get further. Do what you need to do. Conduct your manner as a B-side. Beggars can't be choosy. If you didn't create the opportunity and the opportunity knocks for you, then you have no argument. See, it's a difference. See, if you didn't create the opportunity to be in a position that you want to be in, then you need to play your part as someone who's trying to get there and take by all means no excuses to get there because you can't get there before you do what you need to do to get there, you young bucks, you young fighters. I know y'all listening, and we gonna give y'all the best advice. We love when y'all take y'all time out and y'all come over here for interviews, meaning we doing something right.
Right.
So tonight, this lesson is dedicated to y'all, and I'm gonna give it to you straight up and down. I'm gonna give it to you that none of your yes men, if you have any, they ain't gonna tell you this. Cause we for y'all. That's why we watch the sport, cause we for y'all. But man, take that opportunity. Cause you don't know when it's gonna come around again. How many fighters has been sitting on the shelf and that opportunity never came back around yet? Theo's still looking for that big paycheck. Shakur may be getting close to that paycheck and so forth. They ain't gotta do a whole sermon on that. But understand that's the way you got to play it the way that it needs to be played. Not you're gonna be complaining, this promoter ain't doing nothing, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. Look, it's a business. So get the business and be on strictly business via EPMD. Strictly business. Business as usual. Unfinished business. Take care of your business. And we as boxing fans, we would be
Barely.
so gratefully happy. It'd be like, you know, let loose a climax. Yes, yes, that's what we looking for. We want to, we want to push that out, but y'all gotta give it to us. You don't be half in it, you know, giving us the we get off just a little jizz. We want to get out that full boxing jizz. So stop teasing me, please, or it's going to get ugly. We gonna we gonna run down on y'all like they ran down on the Capitol if y'all don't get the working right. I mean all y'all. I'm starting a campaign. I'm starting a militia. Get it right. Get out the way. We not playing no more.
Know that. Yeah, no doubt.
Give us what we want, man. Cause I some of these, you know, I know some of these guys is willing to back up what they saying. Get to it. Damn.
It's the
Get
damn
to it,
suits that's
man.
in the way. Boxing is such the
Yeah.
wild, wild west. Is nobody governing none of this stuff. You know, so everybody's
Mm-hmm.
just doing. They get a star that can sell some tickets, and they'll move him a certain way so he can avoid the tough competition. You know what I mean? Like they moving. They. I just wish they would get in there and just go for it. You got guys with 30 fights that never had title fights and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know,
talk
people
about
like
it.
yeah, the people getting opportunities and paydays when they don't deserve it. You know, then there's other guys there's bigger fights. You got Canelo Alvarez who's clearly avoiding David Benavidez, and he says that he brings nothing to the table, and all this stuff. Then he get delusional fans. They'll back him up and say it. You know, yeah, he don't got to fight him. He could do what he want to do, and da da da. But back when I come from a era where when the fans demanded a fight, that fight was made right away. It wasn't not a lot of waiting around, man. Not a lot of marinating.
Yeah, that's
They might
true.
marinate one fight. You know, they might fight them on the same night. You know what I mean? Then they jump in the ring or whatever, man. Bo and Holyfield, man. When we
That
demanded
is
that fight was next. We wasn't no, oh, we gonna have to let it
listen,
marinate for 5 years and all that. Them fights were made immediately. You know what I'm saying? And
man,
this is what it
listen.
was.
Uh to add on to what you were saying real quick, prior you go back to cooking, man. Um some of those fights, we ain't even had to act.
Mm-hmm.
They was just put together. You know, remember watching Wild World of Sports,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we didn't know that lineup until that Sunday. Come on, talk to me if y'all back from that era, man. We didn't know sometimes. Not saying that they didn't do any promotion on it, but sometimes the times that they did, a lot of us we wasn't able to watch TV at the time that they would run a commercial because we're probably in school or we're probably in bed.
Yeah.
So a lot of us we wouldn't find out. Oh wow, Ali is fighting. What? Hey, what? Or you'll find out that Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
the day before. It's not like now when you got these build-ups and these fights is just happening, and we'll know about one fight. They'll tell you about that main fight, but they ain't telling you about everything else that undercard is. And next thing you know, y'all know how I feel to watch boxing for free,
Yeah.
and you got Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, not fighting each other, but on the same goddamn broadcast. Do y'all know how it feel to watch Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali not fighting each other, but on the same broadcast? And this was on a regular. This is every freaking weekend.
Yeah.
I make up no lie.
We'll never get that again, man. That's a shame.
Man, they wasn't playing no games. And these guys is all for it. No matter if they had 3 jobs, they was always ready to get in that ring and rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Fight. Who we fighting? And it goes down. I didn't seen Boom Boom Mancini when he fought the Korean guy. Livingston Bramble that he wound up losing to was on that same freaking card. Fight before that in that same weight class. It was another big. It was like a loaded all-star match. Every weekend you was satisfied with boxing. Because back then, all the fighters, no matter what they rank were, they were men of all men, and they came to fight. They didn't fear nothing. Even if they knew they was going to get their block knocked off, they said, I don't fear nothing. And it wasn't even about the money, because a lot of them was getting paid pennies, baby. Pennies. You got guys that's only getting paid 5,000 a fight, and they was getting in the ring with a dude making a couple 100,000. Talk to me.
Right.
They didn't care. Because some of those $5,000 dudes, they turned into that 40, 50, 100 something $1,000 dude because they came in there, gave it all they got, and wound up winning. They say it's a puncher's chance, right? And some of those fighters all those guys was game, most of these guys. And you loved it. And boxing can't give us that, but they got to get off the board ish. They can be getting so much more money from us. They can be getting way more money from us.
They don't know how to do it.
They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it, and they disrespectful.
Yep.
First of
They'll
all,
say F us.
It shouldn't be any after the Mayweather and Pacquiao and them era. There should be no such thing as a $90 pay-per-view. What the hell are we talking about?
Inflation,
we was paying that on an average for 4 or 5 different freaking fighters in that era. We had Floyd, we had Pacquiao, we had Oscar, and the list goes on. And sometimes you got a whole
boxing roster
damn
was deep.
pay-per-view.
The boxing roster was deep back then.
Man, sometimes you was getting a pay-per-view Friday and Saturday night. What? Man. I'ma talk it like I walk it, baby.
It ain't never gonna be the same, man.
It ain't gonna never be the same, because just like Brother Prize Fighter said, they don't care and they don't know what they doing.
They don't, man.
And then the people that's still around that knows what to do, they all old, no disrespect. They burnt out. They just there because they've been there so long. It's just like, if I do anything else, you know, now they just there. They just milking a cow, but they've been there so long. Don King is one of the best promoters and probably the best promoter of all time in boxing. He has
Yeah, I
a couple
agree.
other ones too. This man was responsible. He was the promoter that you seen every weekend on Wild World of Sports when boxing came on.
Yeah. Big Don made the fights happen, man. I know a lot of people don't like him, but he ain't do nothing different that Bob Arum didn't do. So, uh,
Yeah, and Bob was putting some stuff together too.
yeah, I'm
With
about to say Bob had the top rank head cards.
yeah, yeah. The Pamper Bob was putting some stuff together at one time. When he was
Yeah,
just little Bob.
yeah,
He knows the sport, regardless of everything else.
yeah.
Giving
The
this man his
Bob
flowers
father.
for the knowledge of the sport. And wow, man. And boxing can get back to that if these people get their ish together. Or you know what? Take a step back. Let some other people do the work for you. You still get paid. You just let them do that.
Well, I would like to see boxing get an umbrella. You know,
Yeah.
if I was Turkey Al Sheik, the first thing I do is I buy out all the sanctioning bodies. I buy them
Hmm.
all out, and I own. Once you own the sanctioning bodies, you can control most of the fighters, and then you tell them this is how we gonna do. These belts are gonna be. What is it? 2 belts per division. You can have an intern champion, the number one contender. You can give him a little prize. You know what I mean? And when it's time for that mandatory, I would make it. You fight your mandatory, and I would make it to where you have to fight a unification fight at least the minimum of 1 year. You know what I mean? You have to.
Right.
You got a belt. You're gonna do a unit. You're gonna fight in a unification fight. It's in your contract. That's the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like NBA got rules. You know what I'm saying? Football got rules. Boxing need rules. Like I'd make these damn champions fight each other. You can't just hold a belt and say I'm a champion. You got 3 other guys out there and you don't want to fight them. You just want to fight mandatories. No, you got to throw. You got to fight a mandatory and a unification, then you can take a voluntary one. You know what I mean? Because it might be a fight that somebody say, "Oh, we want to see this." You know what I mean? It just needs an umbrella. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah.
But Turkey Out Sheik, he got the people backing them. They got money, but are they gonna spend? It's gonna take billions to do it, bro. Billions
Yeah. No doubt.
to come up with a shield, like maybe put like Ali, doing the Ali shuffle with his hands in the air. That'd be the logo, like the NBA got their logo, the
Yeah.
NHL got their logo, whatever. For them to start that kind of thing and get a boxers union and all that, it's gonna take billions. Somebody has to have billions of dollars to do it, bro. You can't because the first thing you gotta do is get rid of them damn ratchet sanctioning bodies. That's the first thing you gotta do. You can buy them all out and get rid of the people that's running them, and then you and,
Hmm.
and then you put some people in there and make it fair. Because sometimes a fighter will come out of nowhere and be ranked. You'll be like, he's ranked at middleweight. He's never even fought. It be just crazy stuff if you go look at the rankings. And what did this one do? And what did that one do? You know what I mean? It's just weird, and it won't be no ducking. I make it won't be no ducking. Like UFC, Dana White, you ain't gonna be no too much marination. When the fans start demanding, Dana White get it done.
And it's crazy. Real quick with Dana White, man. He make these guys fight, and these guys is getting paid nothing
Yeah.
compared to what these boxers is getting. You know, um, got to do something, but they definitely need an umbrella. They need some sort of governing body, some sort of alliance. And I would have to put blame on retired fighters because there's enough of them successful enough and everything. They could have came together and put a governing body together
Yeah.
for the sport. So so the reason why we don't have it, you have to blame the fighters. We already know why put blame on the commission. They're not going to do it. They would have been done it. So the fault is not them. They foul for not putting it there, but the fault don't fall on them because you had so many fighters. And I mean, look at some of these greats, man. When they talk, when we see them, we talk about it all the time, and a lot of them, their money is not like that. So we know um, insurance costs, man, especially when you paying out of pocket. It costs,
Yeah.
and the more you make, the more you're gonna pay, just because you have it. So you can afford to have the top notch, the creme of the creme physicians and so forth. But you know, the fighters should be fighting and standing for the fighters of the future and the fighters of the present, because they all would agree when the conversation come about that they need one. So if y'all know the commission's not going to do it, and a lot of you guys is big enough, money, Roy, Manny, Floyd, few others, make it the hell happen. So that's where the fuck goes at. So when these fighters who's in position, financially stable enough, and have enough power and business savvy enough to put that into the sport of boxing, man. What you got, Prize?
Yeah, I agree with you. Bentley said he don't want Dana getting his hands into boxing. I did hear Dana mention that he wanted to get into boxing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. You know, I don't know. I don't think he'll be able to lowball them boxers like because you know why he's able to do that to them UFC fighters because they're governed. He governs them basically. You know what I'm saying? That's why it
Right.
ain't no ducking. You know what I mean? The they can't wait to if the fans be like, oh, I want this one to fight that one, man. If he beat him, that's gonna be man. We might can get. They know what they know they gonna get. All the fighters got to do is win, and the fans of them they know what they gonna get next. They don't gotta wait a
Yeah.
year, 2 years, unless it's an injury. I ain't saying that. Like John Jones, man, dog, he rumbled everybody, bro. Literally, he rumbled
Yeah.
everybody. Khabib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you got little characters like Conor McGregor. He can sell out. You know what I'm saying? And he was pretty good back in his day. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's why they're able to make them big fights in the UFC, and that's why it's successful for Dana. Maybe he's not paying out them guys what they should get, but they got to read their contracts, and they got to. It's really nothing they can do because Dana Wright is the man, basically. You know what I mean? You can't,
Yeah.
it's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? So like that's why I said boxing needs a governing body like that where they can oversee everything. Be like, nah. And then the fighters, if they want to
Right.
whine and cry, then they on the outside looking in. If you're not with us, you on the outside looking in, you really ain't gonna get no fights. Because these guys are under the boxing shield. All that other stuff is outside. It can
Right.
happen. It's gonna just take billions of dollars. That's all. Because I know people say, "Oh, fighters are independent contractors." Yeah, but when you start anteing up pay and have health insurance and have tournaments and prizes all over the world and have fights, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Get them janky judges, change that system up. Get some of this old stuff away. Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. You get you can
Yeah.
you can
I
you can
agree
do
with
it.
you.
You can definitely do it. It's just gonna take billion like somebody started the NBA, somebody started the NFL. You know what I mean? Somebody need to start
Yeah.
boxing. And
Yep.
whoever don't want to be who don't because since now I own all the all the sanctioning bodies, the younger fighters and the up and coming fighters, they're gonna you throw a couple dollars at them, you know, make it worth their while, have tournaments, you know, put some money up. Like I said, it's gonna take billions. Maybe have a $5 million you win this. Maybe you know how many niggas want to sign up? We're gonna have a welterweight tournament. And you like all the welterweights now, Boots, everybody. Throw all them in a tournament like college football or
Yep.
college basketball or play and say whoever win this,
Yep.
you know,
I
you get the
agree.
major prize like a $6 million or $5 million prize or whatever. And you get paid while you fighting, you know. So it can have it's gonna take billions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got
Those-
it. Shoot,
Yeah.
they got the billions, man. Ain't
Yeah,
like they
got
don't have it, pride. They got it.
All right. Yeah, I'm about to let's wrap it up. BVO, if you behind the scenes, can you run that commercial on the way out of here? Like, we didn't run any commercials today.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered. It's
We really boxing. Who wanted the baddest? Let's see. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing.